In this video, I am going to explain you the basic structure of the web application penetration testing, vulnerability, types of testing, and the penetration testing tool. This might be quite boring for you to listen the basics about web application, but there are some concepts that you must have to understand before you do some practicals. So before doing so, I think it will be useful to explain what is the web application penetration testing. A penetration test is a method of evaluating the security of a computer system or a network by simulating an attack. A web application penetration test focuses only on evaluating the security of a web application. A web application, or it is also called as a web app, it is any application software that runs in a web browser or created in a browser-supported programming languages, such as the combination of HTML5, JavaScript, CSS3, and some server-side languages like PHP. The process involves an active analysis of the application for any weaknesses, technical flaws, or vulnerabilities. Any flaw or security issues that are found will be presented to system owner or a technical department with their impact as well as any technical solution. So question is, what is meant by vulnerability? A vulnerability is an ugly name with powerful impact in a security field. The combination of vulnerability, threats, and assist can make application security at a high risk. It is a hole or weaknesses in application that allows an attacker to cause harm to the stakeholders of an application. Stakeholders include the application owner, application users, and other entities that rely on the application. Now let's talk about types of penetration testing. There are two types of testing. First one is a Whitebox penetration testing and second is a Blackbox penetration testing. Let's take a quick look on Whitebox penetration testing. It is also known as a clear box or glass box testing. Whitebox is a method of testing the application at the level of source code. The source code of the application is generally provided to the tester. It is the detailed investigation of structure, logical nature, and system flaw of an application. The main goal of this type of testing is to provide as much information as possible to tester so he can gain insight the understanding of the system and elaborate the test on it. Whitebox testing is one of the biggest testing methodologies used today. It primarily has some advantages as well as disadvantages. And advantages are, it helps in optimization of the code, like faster code execution or faster output generation. Extra line of code can be removed which can bring the hidden defect. And disadvantages are, due to the fact that skilled tester is needed, the cost of testing might be increases. Moving to the next topic of Blackbox penetration testing. As compared to Whitebox, the Blackbox penetration testing do not require any extra information like source code. It is a method of software testing that examines the functionality of an application. Tester is aware of what software is supposed to do but not aware of how it does it. When performing the black box testing, the tester will interact with the system user interface by providing the input and examine the output without knowing where the input worked upon. Similarly, the black box testing have some advantages as well as the disadvantages. And advantages are, specific knowledge of the application's code or internal structure is generally not required. And the big disadvantages is, due to the tester have low access to the application, some areas of the infrastructure might be untested. There is also one type of testing called as a Greybox testing. It is nothing but the combination of the Whitebox and Blackbox penetration testing. Along with manual penetration testing, there are some multiple variety of automated tools available on the internet, which of course makes the tester job easier. It is also called as a penetration testing tool. There are two types of penetration testing tool. First one is a vulnerability testing tool and second one is exploitation tools. Let's take a quick look on these both topics. First one is vulnerability testing tools. On the first stage, don't get confused with vulnerability testing tools. It is also known as a word as a vulnerability scanner. Vulnerability Scanner is a tool that scans the web application for well-known security vulnerabilities like cross-site scripting or injection or server configuration. Large number of both commercial and open source tools available, and all these tools have their own strengths and weaknesses. Equinetics, AppScan, Burpsuit are few of them. Let's move on to the next topic of exploitation testing tools. Exploitation tools are used to verify the vulnerability exists by exploiting it. Metasploit, SQL Map, Canvas are few of them.